Hello students, myself Parul Gupta, your computer science teacher. I welcome you all. I hope you all are fine. I hope you have practiced all the programs whatever we have discussed in the previous video session. So in today's session student, I am going to continue with the looping part, or you can say with the conditional statements only. Okay, as in today's topic we are going to complete with our chapter 1. Okay, and the topics that what we are going to cover in today's session, that first of all we are going to talk about. Let's have a look. First is the nested if statement, as we have already talked about the if statement in our previous session. So now we are going to talk about the nested if statement. Okay, and the next one is looping statement, and the third is jump statements by using break and continue. And we discuss all these topics along with their sample program so that it has been clear to you. Clear children? See, one thing I want to tell you, that until and unless you are not practicing the programs by your own, then you will not able to understand the things. Okay, so whatever has been discussed in the video, please practice every day. At least one program you have to do related to that particular topic, whatever the topic has been discussed in this session. Clear children? So let's start with our first, that is nested if statement. But before that I am going to show one program with you. That program is related to if, elif, else. Okay, as we have already discussed in the previous session, but right now I am going to explain with one sample program of if, elif and else. Okay, so let's start with the program. Yes, so this is basically the program. The name of the program, first of all I am going to tell you. Yes, so this is basically the program. The program is write a program that inputs an integer in range 0 to 999 and then print if the integer entered is 1, 2 or 3-digit number. Okay, so what is the question? The question is we have to input an integer. Means we want to input an integer and the range of that integer is between 0 to 999. Okay, then after that we have to print if the integer is 1-digit number or 2-digit number or 3-digit number. This also we have to print. So let's start. As here I have declared a variable that is num. Num is a name of the variable, and in that I have used the data type that is int. Then through input function I have entered a number, and this here I have specified the range, that is 0 to 999. Okay, as I have specified the range, that's why I put here the colon sign, then double inverted commas, and how many brackets I have opened, as 2 brackets as I have opened, so I have closed the 2 brackets. Okay, then after that I have used the first if conditional statement, that if num is less than 0, if my number is less than 0, if it is less than 0, that means it's a negative number, then it's print invalid entry, as the valid range is 0 to 999. Okay, then in elif I have again given the condition num is less than 10. If a number is less than 10, then print single digit number is entered. Okay, as we have to print 1, 2 and 3-digit number. Okay, then again in elif part I have mentioned if num is less than 100. If a number is less than 100, then print 2-digit number is entered. Okay, then again in elif part I have mentioned num is less than equal to 999. अगर जो मेरा नंबर है वो अगर 999 से कम है या इक्वल टू 999 है, then 3-digit number is entered. Okay, then now all the condition has been, I have put that if number is less than 0, if number is less than 10, if number is less than 100, if number is less than equal to 999. Then in else part, if none of the condition has been satisfied, then in else I have given the command of print, that is invalid entry. Okay, now I am showing you this same program on this Python idle shell. Yes, so as you can see the same program I have typed here, that num equals to int, that is the integer, the data type, then input enter a number 0 to 999, 0 to 999, as this is a range I have specified here, then double inverted commas close, and then this brackets also I have closed. Then it's asked for enter a number, so I have entered the number 55. As we all know, it's a 2-digit number. Then after that I have put my first condition, that if a number is less than 0, then print invalid entry, valid range is 0 to 999. Then in elif part I have given if number is less than 10, then print this single digit number is entered. Then again in elif part I have given if elif part I have given again one more condition, that number is less than 100. अगर जो मेरा number है वो 100 से भी कम है, तो that means the 2-digit number is entered. Then again one more condition I have mentioned, that if in LF part the number less than equal to 999, then 3-digit number is entered, otherwise else print invalid entry. See, if my first condition has been fulfilled, that these condition will not get executed. If this condition is not satisfied, then come to the next one. As I have entered 55, although it's a 2-digit number, so this condition fails. This one also failed, this condition also fails. Then comes to if LF number is less than 100. Yes, it's less than 100, that means it's a 2-digit number. So the print is 2-digit number, so the answer I'm getting is 2-digit number is entered. Okay, so this is a program of if, elif, else. Clear? I hope this has been clear to you. Okay, as in this I have already told you how to specify the range, how to use if, elif condition. Like if, as this is the conditional statement, or you can say compound statement, after that the indented contain statement will appear like in this format. Clear, children? Yes, so now we shall discuss our next topic, that is nested if statement. The meaning of nested if statement is, a nested if is an if that has another if in its if body, or in elif's body, or in its else body. Nested if means wherever you put this if condition, in that condition means whatever the condition is there, like here I have mentioned this if condition, it contains nested if means if statement inside another if, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी ये if statement है, इसके अंदर मैंने एक और if statement दे दी. So that is the meaning of if. Nested if means if is an, nested if is an if that has another if in its if's body. Same we can put if elif's body and in its else body also. Okay, now let's check this program. After that I'm going to show this program on the Python shell also. That I have taken these three variables x, y, z. Okay, and all these three variables are of int data type. Then to input function I have mentioned enter first number, second number and third number. Okay, after that I have assigned a variable that is min, mid and max equal to none. None, I think you people have learned in class 11 that this none is a special literal in Python. Okay, means this contains this this min, mid and max doesn't contain anything. They didn't store any of the value. That means there's nothing here. Okay, that is the meaning of none. No value has been stored in all these min, mid and max, as it is a part of a literal. It's a special literal in Python. Okay, like as you can see here, I have written the definition, that special literal none. The none literal is used to indicate absence of value, means there is no useful information or there is nothing here. Suppose if I have given the value 2 equal to none, that means value 2 doesn't contain any of the value, as value 2 here is a variable which stores a value, but this none is there, so that means there is no value stored in this value 2. Okay, so similarly I have assigned this min, mid and max, but as I have specified the value none, that means no value has been stored in all this till now. Okay, now after that I have put my first condition, that is if x is less than y and x is less than z. अगर जो मेरा x है वो y से भी छोटा है और z से भी छोटा है, then if again I have put if y is less than z. Okay, so that means x तो y से भी छोटा है and x z से भी छोटा है. ठीक है, so that means the minimum is x and the medium is y, because y is greater than x, so that means in medium it contains y and the maximum is z only. Okay, else अगर if this condition fails, then minimum, mid, medium and max is x, but as this condition failed, that means y is greater than z, so that means the maximum is y and the z is the medium one. Okay, then the same condition I put in elif part, that if elif I have mentioned y is less than x and y is less than z. If x is less than z, so that means y x से भी छोटा है, y z से भी छोटा है, so that means the minimum number here is y. But if the x is less than z, okay, that means x is greater than y, so that means the medium one is x and the max is z. Else minimum comma medium comma max is y, z, x. As this condition fails, so then my minimum value is y, the medium is z and the max is x. Okay, same again I have mentioned in else part, that if x is less than y, so then minimum, medium and max is, minimum number is z, okay, and the medium is x and the maximum is y. Okay, so this is the nested if. That means if nested if is an if that has another if in its if body. Yeah, that is the meaning of nested if. Now I'm showing this program practically on the Python shell. Yes, so now I have implemented the same program again on a Python shell. Okay, like here I have taken the variable x, and then that x is of integer data type. Then I have entered input first number. So first number I have entered 4. Then after that I have mentioned input the value of y. Again same, that is y equal to int, input, enter second number. So second number system asked, so I have entered 7. Then I have taken the variable z, which is of integer data type, and then through input function I want user to enter the third number. So third number I have entered 9. Okay, so now after that I have taken the variable minimum, that is min, equal to mid, equal to max, equal to none. None means a special literal in Python which contains nothing, okay, as it doesn't contain any value till now. Okay, after that I have put my first if condition, that if x is less than y and x is less than z, then colon. Again in if statement, again I have given one more if, that if y is less than z, then minimum comma mid comma max equal to xyz. Else, matlab if my this condition fails, so then minimum comma mid comma max has been changed, then it's x z y. Okay, similarly I have put here the elif part. If y in elif I have mentioned y is less than x and y is less than z, and in elif I have mentioned again one more if, that if x is less than z, so then my minimum, mid and maximum value would be y comma x comma z. If suppose if this condition fails, then in else the minimum, mid and max value becomes y, z, x. Okay, now then I have entered this else part. In else I have mentioned the first if statement, that is if x is less than y. If both the condition fails, then in else if x is less than y, so in that case minimum comma mid comma max equal to z, x, y. Otherwise else is minimum, mid, max equal to z, y, x. Then I have mentioned print number in ascending order, that is minimum, mid, max, that is 4 comma 7 comma 9. As my first number is 4, second is 7 and the third is 9, so x is less than y and x is less than z. Okay, so this one. So after that my y is less than z but y is greater than x, so means according to this condition it takes, so it comes in the else part, so it specifies the numbers according to that. Okay, so this what an output I am getting from the screen. Clear, children? Yes, so now we shall talk about our next topic, that is looping statements. Okay, so loop now we're going to discuss. Python provide two kinds of loop. First is the for loop and the second is the while loop. In Python there are two types of looping statement. One is for loop and the second one is while loop. So now we're going to talk about each loop one by one. First we're going to discuss the for loop. The for loop of Python is designed to process the items of any sequence such as list or string one by one. Basically the for loop has been designed to process the item, means what, suppose if this is the list that what I have defined, so in that list whatever the items are there in any sequence is there, it going to process the each and every item. Okay, such as list, whether it is a string type then also. Okay, so the syntax for defining the for loop is, first we have to give for, then the variable name, then in, then sequence, whatever you want to define. Okay, then statement. Okay, like for example here I have given that for elements in this range or in a list, that is 10 comma 15 comma 20 comma 25, although it is not a range, here I have specified the list in which I specify the elements. Okay, and this element here is a variable. Okay, and then after that I have given, although this statement will be indented. Okay, then after that I have given the command of print, that is print element plus 2 and this space. You all know what is the meaning of this end, as you have learned about this SEP and end. SEP stand for the separator which comes in a value in between, and end means after the last value it appears. As here I didn't mention any of the symbol, it's a simple space. Okay, so the output appear is element plus 2, whatever the element is in that plus 2 will be there, so the final output I am getting is 12, then plus 2 15 is 17. Okay, then 22, then 27. Although here it's not comma, so it is not taking comma, it will, the space will come. I'm writing again, the output I'm getting is 12, then 15, then 22, okay, then 27. Okay, this what output I am getting: 12, 15, 22, 27. No comma comes in between. Why? Because in the end means after the value, as I have taken in end, the space is there. No comma, nothing I mentioned, so it automatically takes space. Clear? So now let's check this output on the Python shell also. As this is our Python shell window, so now let's type the for element in that is 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, then colon, then I'm giving command print, and I have given the command print element plus 2, comma, end equals to comma. Okay, now close this bracket. Okay, so after clicking press enter, the output I am getting is 12, 17, 22, 25. So this is the syntax of using the for loop. Clear, children? Yes, so now we're going to discuss the range based for loop. The syntax for if we want to specify the range in a for loop, how we will do that? That is the syntax that is for val here is the value, means a name of the variable. In range I have specified 3 to 18, means I want the number to be printed in from 3 to 18, and then I have mentioned print val. So the output that what I am getting is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 17. 18 will not come. Why? Because as there is a rule that what you need to remember, the points to be remembered, that in a range the start value is always part of the range, but stop value is never part of the range. Suppose if this is the range, that is 1 to 1, 10. So this is the start value and this is stop value. So when the output is getting, means when we will be getting the output, so this start value is always part of the range, but this stop value is not a part of the range. Okay, clear? So this is about the range based for loop. Okay, so now I'm going to show one program that contains the range. Let's check. Yes, so this is the program in which what I want, I have input a range for I in range 15 to 21. I have entered one range between from 15 to 21. Then I want the cube of the number, means cube of the number from starting from 15 till 20. Okay, so the cube of number is, and I have given the space bar. So here I have given the function print is I into 3, means 15 into 15 into 15, the cube of 15, then cube of 16, then cube of 17, then 18, then 19 and 20. 21 is not a part. Why? Because as we have already discussed that in a range, start value will always be the part of a range, but stop values is never gonna be the part of the range. Clear? So this is the program of for loop in range. Clear, children? Yes, now we are going to discuss our next topic, next loop, that is while loop. As we have discussed that looping statement in Python, there are two types of loop in Python. One is for loop and the second one is while loop. So now we are going to discuss our second loop, that is while loop. What is while loop? A while loop is a conditional loop that repeats the instruction within itself as the conditional remains true. While loop is that type of conditional loop, means whatever the instruction you have given in your while, if the condition becomes true, every time it keeps on executing. That is the meaning of while लूप. मीन्स आपने जो भी कंडीशन लगाई है, अगर आपकी वो कंडीशन हर बार सेटिस्फाइड हो रही है, सो आपने उस कंडीशन में जो भी स्टेटमेंट दी होगी दैट विल बी एग्जीक्यूटेड कंटिन्यूसली. ओके, दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ while loop. Clear? So now let's check the syntax of while loop. Okay, so this is the syntax of while loop. First we have to write while, then logical expression we have to give, then colon, and then loop body. For example, here I have entered I equal to 1. I is what? A variable name, and this 1 is the value stored in variable. Then I have put the condition while I is less than 6. If the value of I is less than 6, then print I. Okay, अगर I की value 6 से कम है, like 1 is less than 6, then print I, and then after that I plus 1, means after that it keeps on increasing the value of I by plus 1. Okay, so the output I am getting is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. 6 will come? No. Why? Because 6 is not less than 6. 6 is equal to 6. Okay, so this what we will be getting on our screen. So now let's check this output practically on the idle shell. Yes, so like this is our Python idle shell. Now let's type I equals to 1. Okay, now I'm putting the condition, that is while, okay, I is less than 6, then print I, and I plus equals to 1. So let's check the output, that what we are getting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? Because it keeps on executing, like after 1 it takes 1 is less than 6, so it prints 1. Then next time it takes plus 1, then it becomes 2, 2 is less than 6, then again print 2. Then 3, then it again 3 is less than 6, then again print 3. Then 4 is again less than 6, then again print 4. Then 5 is less than 6, again 5 will be printed. But when it comes to 6 is not less than 6, so the condition becomes fail. So that's why it's not get executed. So what is while loop? Whatever the condition you have put, if it keeps on executing if the conditional statement remains true. Clear? Yes, so now we're going to talk about our next topic, that is jump statement. Okay, Python offers two jump statement. One is break and next is continue. Okay, in Python there are two jump statement. One is break and one is continue. So we're going to talk about each and every statement one by one. First, we're going to discuss the break statement. You all know the meaning of jump. Jump means something you are going to skip. Okay, so now what will happen in break statement? Let's talk about a break statement. Skips the rest of the loop and jump over to the statement following the loop. What happen in break statement? If suppose if any loop is there, suppose while loop I have put, and in while loop if I given one more condition, that is if condition, and in that loop if I have given this break, so then that loop will not get executed, it terminates. Let me show you with an example. Yes, so like this is the example, like here I have given I equal to 1. Okay, then I have put the while statement, while loop, that is I less than 6. Okay, if I is less than 6, then print I. Okay, then after that again I have put one more condition, that is if I equal to 3, अगर I की value 3 होती है तो then break, then it terminates. Okay, otherwise if this condition not gets true, then I आगे पहुंच जाएगा. ठीक है, तो like जैसे 1 आया तो 1 is less than 6, तो 1 print हो गया. ठीक है, then 2 आया, then 2 is less than 6, then 2 print हो गया. then 3 आया, 3 is less than 6, 3 print होगा. फिर आगे दिखेगा कि I equal to 3 हो गया. अब यहाँ पे I की वैल्यू 3 हो गई, तो ये यहाँ से क्या हो जाएगा, टर्मिनेट हो जाएगा. What happened then? It terminates the rest of the loop. Clear? So this is the meaning of break statement. In break statement, it skips the rest of the loop if the break statement found, and it follows and it goes back to the following statement. Clear? This is the meaning of the, you can say, the break statement. Okay, what happened in break statement? It skips the rest of the loop and jump over to the statement following the loop. जैसे ही यहाँ पे I की वैल्यू 3 हो गई तो आगे उसको ब्रेक मिल गया, तो यहाँ से वो सीधा टर्मिनेट हो जाएगा. That is the role of the break statement. Now let's check this program practically on the Python idle shell. Yes, so this is our Python idle shell. So now let's type I equal to 1. Okay, if I equal to 1, then I put the condition while I is less than 6. Okay, then column, then I have mentioned print I. Okay, then after that I have print if I is equal to 3, जैसे ही आई की वैल्यू 3 हो जाएगी कॉलन, ठीक है, देन व्हाट विल हैपन, देन आई हैव गिवन द स्टेटमेंट ब्रेक, देन आई हैव मेंशन आई प्लस equal to 1. Okay, so now let's check the output. 1 2 3, right? So like here I have entered I equal to 1 while I is less than 6, print I. As 1 is less than 6, so I की वैल्यू प्रिंट हो गई, that is 1. Then again फिर वो यहाँ पे गया कि I x में गया कि if I equal to 3, 1 is not equal to 3, तो ये कंडीशन फेल होगी, तो उसने टर्मिनेट नहीं किया, तो नेक्स्ट में प्लस हो गया, तो देन 2 आ गया. फिर उसने चेक करा कि 2 इज लेस देन 6, देन उसने 2 प्रिंट कर दिया. फिर वो यहाँ पे गया कि क्या 2 इज इक्वल टू 3, नो, दिस कंडीशन फेल्ड, सो ब्रेक टर्मिनेट नहीं हुआ. देन अगेन x प्लस 1 हो गया, तो 3 हो गया. फिर चेक किया उसने कि 3 इज लेस देन 6, ठीक है, 3 6 से कम है, तो प्रिंट उसने कर दिया 3. फिर यहाँ पे उसने देखा कि क्या 3 इक्वल टू 3 है, यहाँ पे कंडीशन ट्रू हो गई, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे जैसे ही नेक्स्ट उस लाइन में आया तो उसको ब्रेक मिल गया, तो वो टर्मिनेट हो गया सीधा, ठीक है. दिस इज द रोल ऑफ ब्रेक स्टेटमेंट इन Python. Dear children, so please practice all the topics whatever we have discussed in today's session and practice all the programs that what I have shown you. Is that clear, children?